Hello, guys. Yeah. So for me, the glimpse of the best life. Yeah. To be honest, from the beginning, like my team from Indiana, they were really excited. But for me personally, I wasn't too excited. I was like, oh, maybe like meet some of my friends from missions and be like, oh, that might be fun. But coming into the glimpse of best life, I didn't have really too much expectation, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just learn like maybe one or two stuff before coming here, or like from this retreat. But yeah, maybe just like that. Maybe that's about it. But yeah, I think one thing that I don't know, just like question that always lingered on my mind before like coming to this retreat was like, when do I know that I'm ready for the blessing? And so like I felt like during the entire retreat, just that was like lingering on my mind. And yeah, I think throughout the workshop or like retreat, I was like every testimony, like first blessing, second blessing, third blessing, I was thinking about that. And I think one thing that like really helped me during this retreat was definitely like the second testimony from Spase and Catherine. And I think one thing they like felt like they really focused on was like the position of a guy. Like them need to take like leadership, being the leader of the family. They need to be responsible. They need to be able to take care of the family, even if they're struggling themselves. And it's like they really have to put this mindset of putting others over themselves in front. And when I like thought about that, it's like, yeah, I'm not able to do that myself. Like, there's so much times where I procrastinate. There's so much times where I put my feelings in front of me instead of others. And just thinking about that, I was like, damn, like I need to be able to do this. Like having this mindset of really putting people in front of me, really focusing. I want to like, yeah, going back to the question of like when I'm ready to be blessed. Like, I think when I'm like, yeah, when I'm like feeling, when am I ready is like, when do I feel like I'm ready? It's like, is it when I'm like maybe emotionally ready, or is it like when I feel perfect? I feel like one thing that stands like, I think one thing that helps is like, what's the best thing that you want to be yourself? Like, what's the best self you imagine? I think something that came up to my mind was like what Spasa said, a responsible, someone who will really put someone in front of them before themselves. And I think when Catherine was explaining what his husband was doing, even though he was like working full time and really busy, he still took the time to take care of his children, spend time with his children, and whenever uh, herself was too sick or too busy and couldn't cook breakfast, he was there to cook breakfast. And to be honest, like I was put into those situations sometimes as the eldest brother in my family, and like there's times where I just did not want to do it. There's so much times where I procrastinated, and to be honest, I feel like for me, procrastinating is running away, and it made me realize like I have so much to grow, and I think it helped me um, find like a place, like find a goal that I want to reach before I get blessed. And I think for me, something I realized was like before I get blessed, I want to be able to, when I really like feel satisfied with who I am is when I want to get blessed. So I think doing this glimpse of best life, it really like made me realize what I wanted to do and what my goal was before I get blessed. And yeah, just in the future, like not just for my spouse, be ready for my future spouse, but also like being able to focus on myself really like helps the surroundings too with my relationship with my family, my friends, and my brothers and sisters, and being able to like help and also take care and putting them over myself too is like a way of yeah, I think it also connects to the first blessing of really connecting to God, but also being the best part of yourself. So yeah, I think that's something I like really realized, glimpses of this life, and I think it motivated me and like made me more determined to become the best self of myself. So I could be better, and yeah, just be better for my future spouse and everyone. So yeah, thank you.